welcome to Hong Kong.
Thank you.
Lovely to have you here.
Yes, it's fantastic to be here.
And we're here on Puyo Beach in Lantau Island in Hong Kong, and wondering if you would like to talk about what you're doing today.
So I'm here preparing for a beautiful first moon ceremony for my beautiful girlfriend Kumi's daughter, who's just coming of age and turning into a young woman. I've just been teaching over in China, and again, you know, when I do the women's work, it becomes so obvious that the womb and the blood rites are just so important to bring back the wisdom that is there with the blood rites, and to bring back the wisdom that's there with the sacred femininity. And so I think if we can start young and educate our young girls before they go through this whole thing of guilt and shame around the blood, and actually make it a celebration and make her feel beautiful, and educate her about becoming a woman and the responsibilities that come with that, the initiation that comes with that, with getting your blood. We prevent a lot of problems that come in the future. So it's been amazing that I was just doing this Wild Women Awakening retreat in China, and amazing breakthroughs with a lot of the women, and a lot of it had to do with their traumas that happened around the time when they started bleeding. So and some of them were, you know, in their 50s or almost stopping bleeding, but they still carried this big shame around what happened to them when they became a young woman, and from that they didn't even want to be women. They, you know, wished that they were a man. So then just by synchronicity, as the universe always has it, I've come to Hong Kong, and it's a beautiful Kumi's daughter's coming of age, and she asked me if I could do the ceremony because we were talking about it. So this is the prepreration.
Would you like to explain what you've done here?
Well, this is my 5 elements altar that I carry, because I work with the elements. So we have the earth, the water, the fire, and the air. And then the center is the sacred union of Shiva and Shakti, and the heart represents the union of the divine sacred union that happens within. And also I like to use the Venus of Wildendorf, because she represents the ancient goddess worshipping cultures. And you know, it's really important, because the industry that is telling women that they are not beautiful as they are, and we are all flowers, and we are all unique, and we all carry this incredible beauty inside of us. And so really these rituals are about teaching a young girl before the industry teaches her otherwise, that she needs to do something to her body in order for her to be beautiful and acceptable, and to share her gifts with the world. So this is like an initiation ceremony for women. Just getting our blood is an initiation into womanhood, you know, and we can't deny that. It just happens. In ancient cultures, and still practiced in many cultures today, there's powerful initiations for men, you know, cutting the foreskin and all these sorts of things that happened at specific rites of passage in specific ages. And that was done, you know, to help men to grow up and to become men. But for women, the celebration usually the initiation was usually a celebration, because now she's fertile, she can bear children. And for a lot of young girls, you know, starting their periods at 11, 12 years old, they don't even really realize that, you know. And so also these rites of passage can prevent teenage pregnancy and things like that, because we educate them about the whole cycle of woman, and to have all her favorite women here, you know, godmother, aunties, friends, people that have known her and watched her grow from a little girl to a young woman, and for us to share our stories. That's how we help and educate each other.
Lovely. And in the background we can hear some waves.
Yeah.
Have you chosen the environment for any particular reason?
Yes. Well, here we are. This
Here's
beautiful...
one of the aunties up
Yes.
there. Hello. And another auntie over here doing some preparation.
Yes.
Yeah. And the beautiful sea and the trees.
Yeah. So, you know, woman is all about fertility. Woman is nature, and you know, women have been donning the masculine mask and forgetting that we are this wild divine feminine, and that we are part of it. So to do these ceremonies out in nature, to reconnect young people to that element, you know, because they're growing up in cities and they're sitting in classrooms for far too many hours, and they're forgetting that, you know, it's for the feminine, it's just about surrendering and being inspired by, you know, this beautiful planet that we live on. And I really truly feel that because so many people have been disconnected from nature, you know, we're destroying it because we haven't realized that we are part of it. You know, we've forgotten that we are part of the web of life. We are not the web of life. We are part of it. And women have a huge role to play in that, in the awakening of the womb and the sacred mysteries of the womb and the sacred mysteries of the feminine. So this is a way of bringing it back in a modern day circumstances. Because really, even though we've evolved, you know, to such an incredibly industrialized society, and everybody's got all our technology is very advanced, we are still in these biological human bodies, and they still bleed, and they still need to be acknowledged for these phases in our life. So, and here comes our beautiful princess now.
Indeed. Shall we?
Well, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes.
Carrying a great deal, as one does. All right, so Malika, thank you, and thank you for your work in the world and for being such a beautiful example of divine feminine, and the balance between the masculine and the feminine is really an important thing for all of us to bring back.
It sure is. So
blessings be.
Yes, and blessings to all the women in the world and for all the children in the world. Thank you.